The entire
Yeah.
purpose of the law is to organize the collective defense of private property.
Yes.
That's really what the core purpose of the
Yes.
law is. The law has been
Property
perverted to what it is now.
Property is civilization, and this is the critical thing to understand, because everything that we call civilization is a piece of the environment, things lying around that we have taken and invested effort in, and we have made them into something useful. And the reason people are willing to do that is that other people can't then come along and take that from them by force. If someone can come along and take whatever I have built with force, I'm not going to waste my time building anything. I'm just going to sit around trying to feed myself day to day and pursuing immediate pleasure. I'm not going to delay gratification to invest in anything, because then that investment will be wasted. And this explains where property rights come from. This is a debate that has gone on for thousands of years. Where do rights come from? Are there rights? Are rights given by God? And then somebody comes along and says, I talked to God and he said you should do what I say. And, other people have these elaborate intellectual construct where rights are inherent in a human being, and they write pages and pages and pages of philosophy books to try to rationalize this bullshit. And here's where rights come from. We made them up. We made them up. We just invented this shit. It has no basis in reality. We just invented it. But we invented it because we needed it. The concept of rights is a piece of technology. It's a piece of technology that allows civilization. And it all boils down to property rights. It all boils down to this basic rule that if someone invests and builds something, they own it and they control it, and you can't take it from them. And that is what built not only empires, it's what built our entire technological stack. It's the reason that we are not living in grass huts in Africa. And that's why property rights are absolute and absolutely important, despite the fact that we just made them up. Because without them, nothing works. And we can all go back to banging the rocks together.
And I think it's so fundamentally important.
Yeah.
That people nothing else matters without that fundamental right to keep what you have made and use your time and energy to create.
Yeah, exactly. And when you have people who are in the sorts of government offices and these kind of positions of power trying to weaken property rights, what you have to realize is that these people are trying to tear down civilization. And the reason they are trying to weaken property rights is to make it easier for them personally to take your stuff from you. They are willing to burn down civilization so that they might be king of the ashes.
It's psychopathic parasitic behavior is what it is, because these types of people, they're rent seekers.
It's
is what they
worse
are.
than psychopathic. Because most of your smart psychopaths understand the value in making a deal with people. You can get along with a large portion of psychopaths. The problem is these people who think that they can take and take and take and take, and no one is ever going to drag them out of their buildings and guillotine them on the front steps. And that is what eventually happens when you push people hard enough. Just saying what you'll find in history books.
Over and over again.
And when people don't care about abstract philosophical concepts like freedom, they care about their quality of life. And property rights is where abstract concepts like freedom and quality of life intersect, because it's an abstract philosophical principle, but you sure as hell don't have any quality of life without it.